Have you ever wondered how to craft a song that truly resonates with your target audience? It all begins with the art of songwriting, a magical process that combines creativity, understanding of your audience, and a dash of technical expertise. A good song is not just about rhythm and melody, it's about the story it tells, the quality of its composition, its catchy hooks, and harmonious structure. In the next few minutes, we'll delve into the process of songwriting, making it as clear and straightforward as possible. First and foremost, knowing your genre is vital. Imagine trying to bake a cake without knowing the recipe. You've got all the ingredients, but without the right measurements and sequence, you might end up with a pancake instead. Similar is the case with songwriting. Your genre is your recipe, and understanding it can help you create a song that truly stands out. Genres are like different languages in music. Each one has its own set of rules, its own syntax and vocabulary. Pop, rock, country, hip-hop, jazz, blues, each one is unique and caters to specific audience preferences. A heart-wrenching ballad might work wonders in the country genre, but try to fit it into a hip-hop mold, and you might lose your listeners. That's why understanding your genre is so crucial. It's about knowing what your audience is looking for, what kind of stories they connect with, and what musical elements they respond to. It's about understanding the rhythm, the tempo, the melody, and the lyrics that define your genre. Now you might wonder, how do you get to know your genre? Well, the answer lies in the music itself. Studying successful songs within your genre can be your best guide. Listen to the top tracks, analyze them, understand their structure, their melody, their rhythm, their lyrics. What makes them tick? What makes them popular? What stories are they telling? And how are they telling them? Remember, it's not about copying or replicating these songs, it's about understanding what works, what resonates, and then using that knowledge to create your own unique, authentic piece. Think of it as learning a language. You start by understanding the basics, the grammar, the vocabulary. You listen to others speak, you read, you write, you practice. And gradually, you start to express yourself, to tell your own stories, in that language. That's the power of knowing your genre. It gives you the tools, the language to express your creativity, your emotions, your stories, in a way that your audience can connect with, can understand, can feel. Once you know your genre, you can start to craft stories that your audience will resonate with. Now let's dive into the art of storytelling in songwriting. It's a craft that requires equal parts imagination, empathy, and a knack for spinning a good yarn. Your song is a narrative, a story that you share with your audience, and it's important to make sure it's a story worth telling. Your song's story should be unique to your perspective. It should be something you've experienced, felt, or seen. It's your lens of the world that makes your song unique. It's not about creating a story that's never been told before, but rather about telling it from your unique perspective. Think about your own experiences, your own emotions, and let those guide your creative process. But here's the catch. While your story should be personal, it also needs to resonate with your audience. You want your listeners to hear your song and think, "I've felt that way too," or "I've been through that." It's about finding the universal in the specific, the shared human experience in your unique story. This is where honesty and authenticity come into play. People can sense when you're being genuine, and nothing connects with an audience more than authenticity. Be real, be vulnerable, and don't be afraid to let your true self shine through your music. Creating a compelling narrative in your song is about striking a balance. It's about being true to your experiences, while also considering what your audience can relate to. It's about being genuine, but also understanding the art of storytelling. Here are a few tips to help you craft your story. Start with a clear theme or message for your song. Use concrete imagery and details to paint a picture in your listener's mind. Use metaphor and simile to convey complex emotions or experiences. Create a progression or journey in your song, with a clear beginning, middle, and end. Remember, a good song tells a story that is both personal to you and relatable to your audience. So, take a deep breath, dive into your experiences, and let your story unfold in your music. Apart from the story, there are other elements that make a song great. Let's dive into the significance of quality, hooks, and harmonies in songwriting. These elements, when woven together expertly, can transform a basic melody into a chart-topping hit. Firstly, let's talk about quality. Quality here refers to the overall production of your song. It's about the clarity of the sound, the blending of the instruments, and the balance between the vocals and the music. Quality is the first thing that listeners notice about your song, even before they connect with the lyrics or the melody. It's like the cover of a book. It draws people in and sets the stage for what's to come. To ensure quality, you need to invest time in refining your song, possibly work with a sound engineer, and use the best recording equipment you can afford. Next up, hooks. A hook is a musical idea, often a short riff, passage, or phrase that is used in popular music to make a song appealing and to catch the ear of the listener. The hook is typically the most memorable part of the song, the part that gets stuck in your head long after the song has ended. It's the part of the song that people hum along to, the part that they remember. To create an effective hook, think about what makes a melody catchy for you. It could be a unique rhythm, a striking chord progression, or a compelling lyrical phrase. Experiment with these elements until you find something that feels right. Lastly, harmonies. Harmony refers to the combination of simultaneously sounded musical notes to produce chords and chord progressions. Harmonies add depth to your song, they can evoke emotions and create a rich, layered sound. To incorporate harmonies, consider the emotional tone of your song and choose chords that mirror or enhance that emotion. Experiment with different chord progressions and see how they change the feel of your song. Quality hooks and harmonies are like the spices in a dish. They add flavor and make your song memorable. They're the secret ingredients that can take your songwriting to the next level. So, you have the basics down. Now let's move on to some practical tips and tricks. First off, let's talk about brainstorming. This is where the magic begins. Let your mind wander and jot down everything that comes to mind. It could be a word, a phrase, a sentence, or even just a feeling. Don't judge or edit, just let it flow. You never know where your next big idea will come from. Next, let's discuss some writing exercises. Try this one. Pick a random object in your room and write a song about it. Sound silly? Well, it might be, but it's an excellent way to flex your creative muscles and get those juices flowing. Or how about this? Write a song from the perspective of someone else. It could be a friend, a character from a movie, or even your pet. This exercise will help you explore different perspectives and add depth to your storytelling. And let's not forget the power of feedback. Show your work to someone you trust and respect. It can be a friend, a mentor, or a fellow songwriter. Remember, feedback isn't about criticism, it's about growth. It's about seeing your work from a different angle and making it better. So don't be afraid of feedback. Embrace it. Now let's move on to one of the most important tips. Practice regularly. Just like any other skill, songwriting improves with practice. The more you write, the better you'll get. So, make it a habit. Write every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. And last but not least, always be open to growth and improvement. Songwriting, like any art form, is a journey. It's not about reaching a destination. It's about evolving, learning, and improving. So, don't be too hard on yourself. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. With these tips and tricks, you're well on your way to writing a song that will truly resonate with your audience. To wrap things up, we've taken a deep dive into the world of songwriting, exploring the essential elements that can help your song resonate with your target audience. We started by emphasizing the importance of knowing your genre. Understanding the characteristics of your genre, its themes, and its rhythms can be the stepping stone to creating a song that will connect with your listeners. We then moved on to crafting your story. Remember, your listeners are looking for songs that are honest, relatable, and engaging. Telling a story from your perspective, using your own experiences and emotions, allows you to create a song that your audience can connect with on a deeper level. Quality, hooks, and harmonies also play a crucial role in making your song catchy and memorable. High-quality production, catchy hooks, and harmonious melodies can make your song stand out, keeping your audience coming back for more. Lastly, we shared some practical tips for songwriting. Whether it's brainstorming ideas, writing down lyrics, or experimenting with different melodies, these tips can help you streamline your songwriting process, making it more efficient and enjoyable. In the end, remember that songwriting is not just about creating a hit song. It's about expressing yourself through music, sharing your stories, and connecting with your listeners. Remember, songwriting is a journey. Enjoy the process, keep learning, and create music that truly resonates with your audience.